Listen closely, because this might be the most important thing you hear all day. Your energy is the currency of your life. It's the single most valuable resource you possess. The way you think, the way you feel, the way you show up in the world, and how you respond to everything, from challenges and setbacks to opportunities and triumphs. It all stems from the energy you cultivate and project. So many people feel trapped, exhausted, and utterly unfulfilled, and they chalk it up to bad luck or an unfair world. But the real reason is far simpler and much more within their control. They are hemorrhaging their precious energy in all the wrong places. They're giving it away freely to digital distractions, to the endless cycle of negative news, to toxic people who drain their spirit, and to a desperate search for external validation. They invest their life force everywhere but where it matters most, within themselves. If you are ready to truly transform your life, the very first step is to make a radical shift. You must pull your focus away from the noise of the outside world and direct it inward. Stop worrying about what they are doing. Stop obsessing over what they are saying. Stop measuring your progress against who is ahead of you, behind you, or next to you. The only focus that matters right now is you. Because the moment you seize control of where your energy flows, you fundamentally alter the fabric of your reality. You stop being a passive spectator, reacting to the life you have, and become the active architect of the life you truly want. Think about what happens when your focus remains scattered. You waste hours scrolling through the highlight reels of other people's lives, and with every swipe, the poison of comparison seeps in. You start feeling inadequate, left behind, and riddled with self-doubt. You pour your time and attention into people who don't support you, people who belittle your ambitions, people who subconsciously want to keep you small because your growth makes them uncomfortable. You become trapped in a paralyzing cycle of overthinking, hesitating, and playing it safe. And before you know it, years have slipped through your fingers, and you're left wondering why you're still standing in the exact same spot. But let me tell you a secret shared by every successful person you admire, every innovator, every artist, every leader who radiates a deep sense of confidence and purpose. They all have one thing in common: they mastered their energy. They understood that their internal world creates their external reality. They stopped waiting for a savior, for permission, for a round of applause. They made a conscious, non-negotiable decision to focus on their own growth, their mindset, and their daily actions. They built their empire from the inside out. I know how tempting the distractions are. In a world that's louder than ever, it's easy to get caught up in the noise. It's tempting to seek that hit of validation from a like or a compliment. It's tempting to compare your chapter 1 to someone else's chapter 20. But the truth is, the right moment you're waiting for will never arrive. No one is coming to knock on your door and grant you permission to be great. No one is going to hand you a neatly packaged box containing success, confidence, and happiness. Those are not things you are given. They are things you create, step by step, through the choices you make every single day. The journey begins with unflinching awareness. Take a moment and ask yourself, honestly, where is my energy going? Who or what am I giving my priceless attention to that simply doesn't deserve it? How much of my day is spent on activities that do nothing to move me forward? The minute you get honest with yourself about this, you reclaim your power. You cease to be a victim of your circumstances and begin your new role as the creator of your life. The next step is action. This is where most people falter. They get lost in the labyrinth of overthinking. They wait for a mythical surge of motivation to strike. They let fear erect a wall between them and their potential. But you need to understand that motivation is a fickle and unreliable friend. It comes and goes. You will not always feel like taking action. That's where discipline and commitment enter the picture. Discipline is the bridge between your goals and your accomplishments. It's what separates those who achieve from those who only dream. You don't need to make a seismic change overnight. You just need to make one small, intentional shift at a time. Maybe it's finally setting firm boundaries with that person who always leaves you feeling drained. Maybe it's waking up just 30 minutes earlier to dedicate uninterrupted time to a personal goal. Maybe it's actively catching negative self-talk and replacing it with empowering beliefs. Or maybe it's just taking one tiny, tangible step towards something that truly excites you. Whatever it is, the key is to start. The real reason most people remain stagnant isn't a lack of capability. It's a surplus of fear. Fear of failing, fear of judgment, fear of the discomfort that comes with stepping into the unknown. But growth and comfort cannot coexist. Transformation doesn't happen in the shallow waters of safety. To build the life you truly desire, you must be willing to get uncomfortable. You have to embrace the possibility of failure as a lesson, not a verdict. You must learn to trust yourself even when you don't have the answers. When you do that, when you start showing up for yourself, prioritizing your energy, and making decisions aligned with your vision instead of other people's expectations, you will feel a profound internal shift. You'll start seeing opportunities where you once saw only obstacles. You'll begin to attract people, experiences, and circumstances that resonate with your new, focused frequency. Your energy will no longer be scattered and diluted. It will be a concentrated, intentional force. And that changes everything. Let's talk about the trap of seeking validation. The moment you start living for yourself instead of for the approval of others, your entire world transforms. We have been conditioned since childhood to seek approval, from parents, teachers, friends, and now from the faceless jury of social media. Every achievement is tainted by that little voice asking, will they be proud? Will they approve? When that validation doesn't come, you begin to question your own worth. Let me be unequivocally clear, your worth is not determined by external opinions. Your value does not fluctuate based on likes, followers, or applause. Your worth is inherent. You were born worthy. The only person who needs to believe that, to truly internalize it, is you. So many people are lost because they are living a life scripted by others' expectations. They make choices to impress, to fit in, to be accepted. And in doing so, they lose the most precious thing they have, their authentic self. That's not living, that's performing. And the price of that performance is your happiness, your peace, and your soul. It is time to break free. It's time to stop looking outside for permission and start trusting the wisdom within. This is scary because it means you have to learn to validate yourself. It means being okay with making decisions that others don't understand. It means accepting that not everyone will like you, and that's perfectly fine. You could be the kindest, most genuine person in the world, and someone will still find a reason to criticize you. You don't need everyone's approval. You only need your own. When you grasp this, you experience a level of freedom most people will never know. You stop second-guessing yourself. You stop holding back. You start pursuing goals that set your soul on fire, not just the ones that look good on a resume. You start showing up as your real, unfiltered self. And in that authenticity, you create space for the life that was always meant for you. You build a deep, unshakable confidence that comes not from external praise, but from self-trust. Your life is not on hold, waiting for someone else to give the green light. It is waiting on you. You hold the power to shift your energy. You hold the pen to rewrite your story. But the decision must be made now. Not tomorrow, not next week, right now. Take a deep breath. Stand up straight. Remind yourself that you are capable, you are worthy, and you are in control. And then take that first step. Your daily habits are the invisible architects of your life, not your grand intentions or your fleeting bursts of motivation. It's the small, consistent things you do every day that compound over time to shape your reality. If you want to change your life, start by changing your habits. Success becomes inevitable when you build the right systems. So begin with awareness. Honestly assess the habits that are holding you back. Then make it easy on yourself. Don't try to overhaul your entire life in 24 hours. Start with one small, manageable habit. Instead of a grueling hour-long workout, commit to just 5 minutes of movement a day. Instead of a perfect morning routine, just commit to not checking your phone for the first 30 minutes you're awake. Small, consistent actions lead to monumental results. The people you admire didn't get where they are by accident. They got there by mastering the small, daily disciplines that most people overlook. They mastered their habits. And if they can do it, so can you. Stop waiting. The perfect moment will never come. The feeling of being ready is an illusion. You are one decision away from a completely different life. One shift in how you think, act, and show up is all it takes to alter your trajectory forever. The only thing keeping you where you are is the story you keep telling yourself. Your past does not define you. Your circumstances are not your destiny.
Make the decision today. Decide that you are no longer available for excuses, for negativity, for anything that does not serve your highest good. Commit to yourself. Stay disciplined when motivation fades. Show up even when you're tired. Keep going, because your future self is depending on the choices you make in this very moment. Go all in on you. I promise you, everything will change.